Imagine a world where there's no Google, no social media, and no AI assistants. A world where streaming meant water in a river and tweets were just birds making noise. Hard to believe? Well, that's exactly how life was before the internet and AI. In this video, we'll take you on a journey back in time to explore how people lived, worked, and connected before the internet and artificial intelligence reshaped our world. Alright, fire up the dial-up modem, rewind that cassette tape with a pencil, and get ready. Because we're traveling back to a time when streaming was just something water did and instant wasn't even in the dictionary. Chapter 1. Communication, when letters ruled the world. Today, we send messages in seconds. But back then, communication was an art form. And by art form, mean painfully slow. People wrote letters, put them in envelopes, added a stamp, and sent them through a magical system called the Postal Service. And if you got a reply in less than a week, that was basically speed texting. Long-distance calls were a luxury. If you wanted to talk to someone, you had to call their home and hope their little brother didn't pick up and start screaming into the receiver. Then came the fax machine, basically the caveman version of email. You could send documents instantly as long as you were cool with blurry text and a paper jam every 5 minutes. Chapter 2. Work and education, a world without Google. Need an answer? Today, we Google it. Before the internet, people had to actually leave their house and visit something called a library. Research took hours, sometimes days. Writing a report wasn't as easy as copy-pasting from Wikipedia. We had typewriters, no backspace, no autocorrect. One typo? Start over. It was basically hard mode for writing. Office work was paper-heavy. Filing cabinets stored important documents, and losing a file meant hours of searching. Chapter 3. Entertainment. No streaming, just waiting. Binge watching? Not a thing. TV shows aired once. And if you missed an episode, guess what? You had to wait months for a rerun. And no skipping ads. You just sat there, suffering through commercials. Music? You couldn't just stream your favorite song. You either bought the record, the CD, or sat by the radio with your fingers ready to hit record on a cassette, praying the DJ didn't talk over the intro. Before video games took over our lives, fun wasn't just a screen away. It required actual movement, imagination, and sometimes sheer luck. Board games ruled the living room, where Monopoly could turn friends into lifelong enemies, and losing a game of Scrabble meant questioning your entire vocabulary. But if you weren't into board games, no worries. You had the great outdoors. Kids actually played outside, running, climbing, and inventing games with nothing but sticks, dirt, and unlimited energy. Hide and seek lasted hours, and the only screen time was staring out the window when your mom called you in for dinner. And then there were arcades, the holy grail of gaming. If you wanted to prove your skills, you needed a pocket full of coins and nerves of steel. Chapter 4. Shopping and banking. Cash was king. Online shopping? Forget it. You had to actually walk into a store, find what you needed, compare prices manually, and if they were out of stock, you cried and went home empty-handed. And banking? No mobile apps, no quick transfers. You had to physically go to the bank to withdraw cash. And paying for things? Checks. You had to actually write the amount and sign your name like it was some medieval contract. Chapter 5. The rise of the internet and AI. How everything changed. Then, everything changed. The internet arrived. At first, it was painfully slow. Websites took minutes to load. And if someone picked up the phone while you were online? Boom, disconnected. Fast forward to today, and we have instant everything. AI writes essays, answers questions, even orders your coffee before you wake up. We've gone from suffering through encyclopedia pages to talking to robots that know everything. So, was life really better before the internet and AI? That's the big question. Some people say yes. Back then, life was simpler, slower, and more personal. Conversations weren't interrupted by notifications. People actually remembered phone numbers. And friendships weren't measured by likes or follower counts. If you wanted to talk to someone, you met up in person. No texting, no ghosting, just real face-to-face interactions over a cup of coffee or a long walk in the park. Simpler times, right? On the other hand, technology today has opened doors we never even imagined. We can connect with anyone, anywhere, in an instant. We can learn anything with just a few clicks, work from anywhere. And even have AI help us write, create, and automate our lives. What do you think? Would you rather live in a world before or after the internet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more fun content like this. After all, thanks to AI, you don't have to wait for a rerun anymore.